Guy, you're all dolled up again today, and it makes me look bad. I
I'm
mean,
not. I'm not
dude, you're
trying to make
dolled
you
up.
look fat.
You're
I'm
dolled
not
up.
trying. I am
You're
dolled
dolled up.
up. I'm all knotted up. I just, I tell you, these webinars and Zoom things, and like, it's
Yeah.
crazy world, man.
Well, you're
I mean,
bringing
it's
your best foot
crazy
forward. You
world.
look better in your webinars than I do. Am I still allowed to use the word doll when I'm referring to a lady?
I think dolled up. I think. Well,
No. I don't mean dolled
up.
up. I mean, if I get my Starbucks and
No,
I hit my
100%
barista
no.
and they
Don't
say,
even say
thanks
it.
very
It's
much.
no. Don't no. The answer is no.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think
unless her last name is Parton, there's
Right.
no reason
I see
for
what
you
you
to
did there.
say that. You see what I did there?
Okay. And I
So.
guess that takes Dame off the table too.
I think I think it takes it off the table unless you're doing like a 1970s revival of like one of those
Guys and
musicals.
Dolls. Guys and Dolls.
Guys and Dolls.
Guys and
There you
Dolls.
go.
I mean, I think that would, of course, always be the context in which I might use it, Guy. All right, so let's see. So speaking about guys in tight suits,
Is that what we're talking about? Guys in tight suits, but nice
with
segue. Okay.
with falsettos. How about this being the 22-year anniversary of the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack going #1?
Come
I know
on,
you remember
stop.
this. 20?
No, it's got to be. It's got to be longer than that. I was going to say it's
My
like
math is
19.
off.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My pants are too tight. My pants are too tight. 42 years to the day, Jan 21, 1978. We can give me the #1 hits off this album.
More Than a Woman.
Right. More Than a
Night
Dame.
Fever.
Yep.
And the other one, I think there was. Help me out. There was another song that was just fantastic. It was
Come on. What's? I mean, yeah.
Help me out. I'm looking for help here.
Staying Alive.
Staying Alive. Look at
and
you.
then, now Jive Talking's not on that album, is it?
I don't believe. I don't believe
that's
that
actually early Bee Gees. By the way, early Bee Gees, Nights on Broadway. That is some good shit. And I think they got lost in the disco era. But hold on a second.
There's a high register in that Nights on Broadway. Some of the harmonies there are just banging,
dude. And Barry Gibb, one of the most prolific songwriters of his time.
Yeah,
that a lot of people don't know about. He regularly writing hits for big stars that needed a little B Gibb action. But give me, because again, you run deep on some of these types of tracks. Give me a band from the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack that we've referred to on Commercial Break before.
Wow.
And I'll give you a clue if you can't give me another one.
Kiss? Was Kiss on it?
No.
I don't know. Help me out.
Shortstop for the New York Mets.
Felix Millan. He was a second baseman. Buddy Harrelson. Tavares.
All right. So
Tavares.
Tavares.
I mean, come on.
Tavares. Yeah. And I think that was More Than a Woman.
No. Tavares was. This is.
Thank you. And then If I Can't Have You, it was a female singer. I
don't want nobody, baby.
If I can't have you, I don't want anybody. You know who that is?
I do, but I can't. Help me out.
Yvonne Elliman.
Yvonne
Elliman.
Elliman.
Yeah. I don't know if you use Yvonne or Yvonne, but yeah.
She also sang. She was one of the voices for Jesus Christ Superstar. Just on a side note, but I digress.
Right.
You're not interested. Well, help me out here. So, who was infatuated by John Travolta? What actress was infatuated? I mean, she just hung on his every word.
In the movie?
In the movie.
I know this young lady had a role on a sitcom with opposite the chick who's in The Warriors.
There you go. I mean, look at you again with the derogatory term. I'm going to give you her initials, DP, not Dolly Parton.
No. Is she is somewhat of a household name, or is this not eclectic?
Not
right.
Very
what
eclectic.
Do you got? What do you got?
Diminutive inside. Donna Pescow.
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 Yeah. Yeah. No, she loved
Loved him.
Tony. She loved Tony Manero. And why wouldn't she? I mean, do you see the way he moved around that paint store? I mean,
He,
look, I mean, and
you
the
say what
question
you want
is,
about John Travolta.
yep,
The man
can
can
move,
move,
can move.
right?
I mean,
Am I right? I mean, it's crazy.
would you say he was moving better as Tony Manero or as Danny Zuko?
No, I think he really grew into the role. I think Pulp Fiction, I think he was moving. You think about that iconic photo at the White House with Princess Diana dancing with think about that. I mean, the guy had it going on.
No, and it all started with Vinnie Barbarino. So I think there's a lot to say there. No, he was big, and that album was big. That album was almost bigger than music at the time. And if you think about the market today, I mean, the biggest companies in the world are really the ones that are moving right now. I mean, it's Google, it's Apple, it's even Facebook and Amazon are having big old
crazy.
days, and it's almost like they are part of a new trend, a new dance trend or something.
Look at you, new dance trend. I mean, I think there's certain people that if they can't dance, they shouldn't dance. And I know that's going to infuriate some people, but for example, I know I can't dance, so I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not going to embarrass myself. So, and I'm certainly not going to start a new dance trend.
Actually, I think what's infuriating is when someone just wants you to dance because it's a good time, because dancing makes you feel good, and you're too proud to dance. Oh, I can't dance. I think that sucks. Actually.
Do you think?
I think you got to step in there. Yeah, you got to step in there.
It makes you feel good. It does.
Come on. When Linda wants you to dance, she doesn't care how you dance. She wants you to dance with her. You got to dance.
Okay. No, the slow dancing. I mean, I actually took dance lessons, and I can do the waltz and a box step. Absolutely. Yeah. But the other stuff, the dancing, like it's just not a good look for me. It's just an awkward look, and I don't want to be that guy. You've seen those people.
Well, so the market seemingly, when there was nothing going on, was waltzing its way through FANG, right? And the question is, as we have a new administration taking shape, we're still not entirely sure of some of the headwinds from new policy or tailwinds. We know a lot about fiscal, and we know that's been a driver. Is it time to get back on this trade? Do you think, again, Apple's the biggest company in the world, and it's moved 3.5% today. That's extraordinary. Is that asset allocation going back into this group?
Yeah, it certainly appears to be. I think Morgan Stanley had a note out. But listen, it's going to be interesting. I've brought this up, and we've talked about it. I think the Facebook release at the end of the month, I think on the 27th, is going to be really interesting. But I think the one out of all the names we mention all the time that is the most compelling still, despite the fact that it made an all-time high again today, is Google, Alphabet, whatever you want to call it. I mean, just on valuation and their earnings growth and their balance sheet and a number of different things, to me, that's the most, I hate using the term, but I think that's the most Teflon of them all.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And again, balance sheet is one of these dynamics. I think with Apple, some of the drivers that they've been able to pull over the last 3 years or so, when other parts of the story were less compelling, was that they were buying back an enormous amount of stock. And that actually at one point, this was even seen as a bit of a dividend play. I think the most extraordinary breakout of the last few days has been Google. Yeah, I mean, a company that's growing 20% a year, giving you effectively a 22, 23 times forward PE is absurdly cheap. And some of those drivers in there, I think, continue to be the undervaluation of YouTube and the underappreciation of the annuity that is their search business.
I agree. And, I know JT is a big commercial break fan. So, John, anytime you want to come on, spend some time with, Tim and myself, we're here for you, brother.
We'd love to have you, JT. And in the meantime, we are just staying alive, guys. See you tomorrow.
See you later.